We write our stories and read those of others. We spend countless hours in the classroom learning about ourselves and the world around us. And the alarming proportion of children around the world who don't have access to these opportunities in education is far too great. Lack of access to primary schooling hits all regions of the globe, from sub-Saharan Africa to Bangladesh to the United States. The history of this deprivation stems from lack of funding, gender and ethnic prejudices, and religious barriers. Developing countries whose populace resides in poverty or those struck by conflicts such as Haiti and Syria don't have the government nor the private funding to sustain quality schools. In Islamic countries, the Muslim tradition prohibits girls from attending school, while in several African nations, a girl's household duties are deemed more important than her education. Even developed countries like the United States, people of minorities are at a disadvantage due to systematic racism. In addition, 90% of children with disabilities do not attend school due to physical inaccessibility and the stigma against them. Whether it be race, sex, geography, class, or disability, the world has a history of preventing children from attending primary school.
As enshrined in both the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, education is an imperative right of all children. Education reduces poverty, bolsters economic growth, provides a healthier life, promotes gender equality, and encourages world peace. However, today, there are still 57 million youth who will not step foot inside a classroom, and even of those who do, 1 out of 4 will leave before reaching the last grade of primary school, while 250 million children of primary school age lack basic reading, writing, and numeracy skills, whether in school or not. Today, a myriad of barriers prevent children from accessing education. Culture, ethnicity, wealth, geographic location, lack of funding, and gender all block equal access. Despite this inaccessibility to education, only 2% of humanitarian aid was invested in education in 2013, and donor aid dropped by 8.5%. People simply do not prioritize education as they once did, despite its capacity to solve a slew of global issues.
Children especially struggling in inaccessible primary schooling include those in most sub-Saharan nations, such as the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Latin American countries like Haiti. The Congo is assessed as a very serious situation in regards to education, ravaged by armed conflict, sexual violence, poverty, poor living conditions, and the practice of child soldiers. About 7 million children are out of school. Haiti is one of the poorest and least developed countries in the world, with 65% of the population below the poverty line. Educational opportunities are almost non-existent. Only about half of Haiti's children are enrolled in primary school, despite the nation's claim to free public education. 80% of teachers do not hold a teaching degree, and many families cannot afford education due to 92% of the country's schools being private, with heavy fees.
Solutions to solving this problem have been proposed all around the world, and a positive result can already be seen. In Southeast Asian and Latin American countries, the idea of cluster schools has been implemented. Essentially, several different schools of close proximity would share resources, therefore reducing the costs while increasing the number of schools. Another solution includes eliminating or reducing school costs, which can increase the enrollment rate, as evidenced in Tanzania, Bangladesh, and Uganda, where enrollment rose from 3.4 to 5.7 million children. Introducing programs for conditional transfers as well as food and health programs will also provide incentives for parents to send their children to school, as they will receive a stipend and ensure their children are receiving proper dietary and health needs they would otherwise lack at home. By making schools more accessible, girls are also more likely to attend, as seen in Egypt when female enrollment rose by 23%. By enacting any one of these programs, accessibility to primary schooling will rise, and with it, a child's future will also grow.
So what should we do? That's right, educate ourselves. We have access to a slew of resources at our fingertips, and together we have the ability to change the lives of underprivileged children everywhere. Save the Children is an organization which has helped 11.8 million children through education programs across 120 countries worldwide. These programs include Literacy Boost, Early Steps to School Success, and Head Start. They train teachers on effective curriculum, dispense health benefits to prevent kids from needing to leave school, and provide life skills for children to succeed after schooling. Save the Children is dedicated to ensuring every child has the opportunity to learn. How can you help? Sponsor a child, donate directly, or simply spread the word. To grant children access to education not only boosts their ability to be a part of the growing world, but also empowers them to realize their full potential and succeed in life.
Education is strength.
Knowledge.
Progress.
Free will.
Education is power.